Out of context.
Taken out of context.
Taking things out of context.
Out of context.
Taken out of context.
Taken out of context.
In the context.
We have more context.
Out of context. Taken out of context.
That is so out of context.
And take shit out of context.
Out of context.
Deeply out of context.
You're taking it out of context.
No, hey, hold on. So we're gonna flesh this out because I don't want nobody saying we don't take things in context.
Clipped me out of context.
It was out of context.
It's hard for your words to be taken out of context.
The full context.
In a modern day context.
Tell me the context.
Another important reminder as to why context is so important. So,
hey everyone, it's Barbara Ann. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context. Fair use disclaimer, copyright disclaimer, and I cannot forget First Amendment free speech disclaimer.
A message for my perfect, brilliant Joker true love. Well, I bet you're up to something perfectly deviant. And if I know you, I know that you'll be planning to take over the world. Watch the burn. But you can't do it without me. That's why you and I make the perfect team. So when we're in person, when we're outside of this pathetic city, we are gonna cause a mayhem and destruction like nobody's ever seen. So, until then, I wait. See you around, Puddin'.
Hey, sweetheart. You know your masturbator was going to make me make sure I did my video for you. You know how he is when it comes to videos or getting people to get things done. You won't stop until, you know, the thing's finished. Anyways, yes, I am making you this, what do you call it, anniversary. And we've been on for, let's see here, honey. It'd be 1 year, honey. Well, it seems that we've been around for 1 full year. Not many couples can say that when they're over 1,000 miles away. I guess I would say we are just about around 1,000 miles away, honey. And yet, yeah. It's been an interesting road for both of us. We've had our rough times as any normal couple is supposed to, but the only difference with us that makes our bond and our relationship so much more unique is because our hard times only bring us together. Don't matter if it's us fighting or one of us is experiencing something tragic in their life, or maybe we both are, honey. Either way, it's the same result. Either way, we both have always only gotten stronger together as our bond just grows even stronger through hard times. Obviously, it does get stronger through the more easier times, but the hard times, the reason why that counts more is because it shows what we are made of as a couple then. And if we continue to always fight for each other every single day, no matter what happens, there's nothing that's going to get through our bond and try to break us up. There's nothing that's going to get between us, honey. We both know that. You know that from the way I told you I was with my exes and all that, I was really the only one that was always fighting for them. They weren't really fighting for me. Yeah, you had a girl that was confused within her own self. Who the hell she even is. She doesn't even realize her own identity, obviously. Otherwise, she'd realize that she's not right for me. Yes, I'm talking about that J word. I'm not going to say her name because I hate saying her name. I hate bringing her name up. You already know who I'm talking about because you've met her already. But yes, honey. A bad influence on me keeps on fighting for me is not good. But you're a truly good and truly bad at the same time influence. Bad because it's a good kind of bad, you know what I mean, sexualized. But good because, well, you just make me feel like who I am now is more fulfilled in of myself than I've ever felt of myself. You've made me feel that way, darling. Just think of a lot to say, honey. This weekend's been freaking long for me. My cousin's over, or my spiritual brother, when he's over, every night's a long night. So, don't mind if I'm not yawning at the moment, darling. I had to make sure I did it because I know your master Victor would yell at me if I didn't get this video done. Yeah, sweetheart. I want to find that. Where is it? Oh, that's right, that's right. I wanted to show you. Put more meaning into this video than original. Does that look familiar, dear? Yeah. I know you will always take my word for it when I say things. I know you always will. Because you know that when I say something, I'm always telling the truth. So, have come into trusting my word no matter what I say. Which is right. It's right for that to be that way, dear. Because if you have come to the point where you exactly accept what I say because you know it's what the truth is, then there's nothing to really worry about when it comes towards trust. You and me have built a foundation on trust that is impossible to explain. I mean, I know that you're never gonna go behind my back and whatever else not. I mean, I'll be honest with you on this video, as my anniversary video, as I've always been on my other videos. I've always been honest with you, and I'll be honest, like, this ring here, it reminds me of me being with you more so than you already on my mind. What happens is, let's say if I go to the library, for example, there. I see someone who's attractive to me. I might look, but I'm not going to touch. That's just natural nature of a guy, is that they'll look. They'll look. But after I look for maybe a few seconds, maybe the most might be 10 seconds maybe, I'll look at my ring and be like, nah, and then I'll just walk by the person, maybe not even bother talking to him. Like I said, honey, you have the most loyal man you could ever ask for. So you don't ever have to worry about me cheating on you behind your back or anything like that. Obviously I'm not going to do it because even though I see people all the time around me that I'm attracted to, I've always been a man of being able to control myself. I've always been able to, when I'm with someone, I'm going to always be the faithful one. I'm always going to be the one that's you don't want to take for granted, because if you do and you lose me, it's just not a thing that you don't want after in the long run, as you know who, the J word, she'll learn the hard way. You, I don't have to worry about learning the hard way because I know you won't do it. You're not that way. You're the ideal woman I would always was hoping to meet. So, with that said, sweetheart, how come, a second here, Terry. How far we have come this whole year has really been of how we've shaped our own relationship. I mean, we've built our trust through the hardships that we've had. You've shown plenty of emotion in all your videos. Plenty. To where I know you are exactly as you say. I know that Dimona, for a while, was up to some bad decisions, I'll just call it, from what she confessed to your master Victor in past videos. But she's gotten to the point where she's tamed, just like you are, where she won't lie anymore. Or she won't have ideas that would not be a good idea to do without, obviously, your master's permission. She won't do that type of stuff anymore. She used to, as we both know, as us, your master, she knows, but she won't do it anymore. Which is a good thing, because it has a lot less stress on us. But yeah, sweetie, I could keep going on and on and on about this video if I wanted to. I wish they would have a size, a non-existing size limit of how I could give you this video. Because if I really could have it my way, I would give you a full day of a video. If I could have my way. But obviously they have a size limit on how long the video can be based on the size of the video. So with that said, sweetie, obviously I have to stop this video sooner or later. Right now it's almost 10 minutes. So yeah, it's almost 10 minutes. No, it is 10 minutes. Sweetheart, I'm just like a little tired from a long weekend. But that don't mean I'm not always thinking of you, baby. I'm always thinking of you. I'm always going to have you on my mind. You probably even admit yourself. You have moments to where you see a guy you might think is cute. You're like, no, I can't do that. It's not right. And you just let him go by. You probably have tons of those situations too. So I know we're both not alone on that spot. I mean, heck, if someone obviously thinks I'm cute or something, and I am attracted to them, I'll be honest, honey. The most I'll ever do is maybe smile at them after they smiled at me. But I'm not going to conversate with them. That's as far as your king will ever go. Because I'm too loyal to ever touch. But yeah, dude. Even though you already knew that about your king charming, I've always been that way, baby. I've always been way... At times I feel like I'm like too loyal for my own good. But then again, that's just me adoring you, honey. Yeah, I felt like making this video long enough and worthwhile watching as much as I could, dear. So that's why I am still keep on going. It's almost 12 minutes. Not to mention I miss giving you videos too, sweetie. Well, after thinking it a little bit just earlier, honey, with that pause of silence, I might as well you know, stop this video. But before I stop it, I'm gonna draw something right on paper right now. I'm gonna draw something oh yeah, it's a Kid Rock, or yeah, Kid Rock, the artist Kid Rock. It's freaking one of his official concert actual shirts. I'm gonna draw something on here and I'm gonna show you it on cam before I let go. You know, before I stop the video, baby. And you ask me, why do I do this? Because it's my way of communicating to you in the way I want to. And yes, I'm watching my game version of basketball. If you hear that sound in the background. Now I just need a. There we go. Now, what am I gonna draw for my honey bunny? Let's find out, baby. Something that I feel like I would show you before I, I stop. So we'll draw a. Remember my soulmate sign, honey? My one sign that reminded you that you can't deny it. It's the full pure truth, but nothing but the truth. You know, it's your soulmate based on the sign, the symbol telling you so. And if you want a better view, you can always do it that way. There you go, baby. I figure I would give you that symbol to remind you that this video you just watched was without a doubt oh, I'm looking at the corner of the screen. It's kind of cool you get to see my dream catcher. But yeah, honey. Like you can tell, I'm not fully in it right now, honey. It's almost 16 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right here, baby. But at least I got to share something with you. The freaking soulmate picture. Soulmate symbol. So if I ever, let's say if you didn't do your normal symbol and you wanted to still communicate with me, but in a secretive way, I'm gonna just say this before I stop the video, baby. If you wanted to communicate with me without using your normal rose as your normal symbol, the soulmate symbol is possible for. That's the most probably sacred way to communicate between each other. So say you send me a freaking a letter, but you're not able to use your heart because maybe, or not your heart, your rose. Like I said, honey, I'm not 100% there. I'm so dang tired. Yeah, you're not able to use your rose. Right away, that is when you can use that soulmate symbol. And right away, I'll think of you as who's sent the video. Or sent the... If you want to do the same thing I did, honey, it's up to you. But, yeah, if you send a letter and you give that actual symbol, I'll instantly think of you. When I see a heart, and then I see a freaking cloud around it. Yeah. Alright, baby. Before I confuse myself anymore, I'm gonna stop the video now, baby. I love and adore you, my lovely, dear, darling, blessing, queen soulmate. And, good night, my love. And always think of me, honey. And by the way, before I end it,
sweetheart.
My amazing King Charming. Yes, it's me again. Well, Master told me to, or commanded me to make the video again. So this is a redo of everything I talked about in the last video, but then you had answered that video and had a few more things to add to it, and wanted to know answers to a few more things. So that's why I'm making this video, as sort of to redo the whole thing and answer those questions as well. As you can see, I've got my laptop again. I didn't erase the instructions, so I can still read from what I had before. This is an entirely new video. I'm wearing the same thing, so I'll show you. Okay, so I'm wearing, I get this at a very good angle. Alright, so I'm wearing my red top with my white panties and white stockings, and my black hair with red tips. Okay, anyway, let's get down to what I'm going to talk to you about. Alright, honey, how do I feel about oral sex on me and on you from like me not being able to do it to you right now, but in the future doing it in person? So I feel excited about it, and I'm a little bit nervous about doing it to you, just because I've never done it before, and I'm afraid that I don't do it right. I'm just like afraid that I might scratch your penis with my teeth or something, and that's kind of one of my biggest fears with that. So whenever it comes to the first time I give you oral sex or a blowjob, it will be nervous for me, but I do want to do it right. So that's why I'll try and practice on a few things, like practice on like a banana or a popsicle or something like that, to sort of get into the rhythm of it. And I did watch like one or two porn videos, so there I got an idea of what I'd be doing, and how I feel about with you giving me oral sex. It's exciting. I know it's something that you've never done before, so that's one thing that we'll be able to experience together. That's all new, because neither of us have done it before. You probably have had it before, but you haven't done it to a girl or a woman. So it will be new for both of us, but exciting because we get to experience that together. And how do I feel about kinkiness level? I don't mind kinkiness. We can do anything from me being tied up to you being tied up. Whipped cream, that's always fun. Let's see, anything like feathers wise. I don't even know that is kinky. I don't really know. But I've seen like these kits where they have the whip and they have the feathers and stuff, like in the handcuffs. Oh, and we can do handcuffs too. I don't mind that either. So whenever it comes to kinkiness, as long as it's safe and it won't cause us like harm, injury, then that's fine. I don't mind that. How do I feel about food, like food and sex? That sounds interesting. I've heard of people doing like sex with food, like where they get like the pickle, and a girl can like masturbate with the pickle. I'm not doing that. That's way too kinky for me. That's where I kind of draw the line. I don't want that. But yeah, I think the only thing that should be going anywhere in me is just you, just your penis or your finger or something like that, but just from you, not food. But this right here is about you eating food off of me. So if we went to like whipped cream, any kind of like cake, that would be fun. Icing, anything really sweet sounds very fun. Syrup, like pancake syrup or chocolate syrup, that sounds fun. So that I'm all on board for, and I hope you'll let me do it to you too. Let's see. How do I feel about your fantasies? We have a lot of the same fantasies, so it makes it a lot easier because I'm more okay with it. So, such as the fantasy, rape fantasy, we both have that one. We both have the cuff one, if you can get what I mean with the cuff one. Teacher fantasy, that's fun. The babysitter fantasy, that sounds cool. Now, the fantasy on a beach, like having sex on a beach, is really romantic. That's when I want our honeymoon to be somewhere on like a beach, like Hawaii, or somewhere safe, but just somewhere romantic and on a beach, because I have been to the beach before, but I haven't been swimming, and so that'll be a first for me. How do I feel about my chest size? I don't mind my chest size the way it is. It's a B cup. But if you wanted to upgrade it to like a C, I wouldn't mind that. I just want to go the natural route. So doing like vitamins, things like that. Any natural surgeries. But I don't think I would want implants because there's a lot of doctors that botch that sort of surgery. So I wouldn't want us to do that. But I wouldn't mind getting a bigger size if it makes you happy. So as long as it makes you happy. And now about me giving my virginity to you. It's really, really special because I've been saving myself for my husband for all my life. Now, when I was younger, I obviously didn't know anything about sex or anything, so I was just naturally pure. But now that I'm older and more able to understand and have those feelings, it's very important for me to stay pure for you, because giving you my virginity is like saying vows. It's like I'm yours completely, and I always have been, and I always will be. I know a lot of people don't see it that way, and I absolutely do not want you to feel like bad or anything because you're not a virgin. That never crossed my mind, and I don't want you to feel, I know it's a regret that you have, but I don't want you to feel bad. That's not what I want you to feel. I just, clearly, I know that you were tricked, when you were 15. When I was 15, I did the wrong thing too, but it wasn't sex. It was just a quick peck on the lips, which I regret, and I told you about that, and I'm sorry. And actually, me and my mom talked about that guy yesterday, and I referred to him as a piss poor excuse of a man. And my mom's like, don't you ever curse again, but I don't mind you calling him that. So, you can tell that I'm not, I don't even like him anymore. So, I'm glad we put those past regrets behind us, and we put those secrets behind us, because I don't want us to have any secrets from each other. I don't want us to have any lies between us. I don't think we need to lie to each other. I think right now we've got a clean slate, so I really want us to keep it that way. My body type. My body type is it started off as a banana, but it's changed and matured into a hourglass figure, which I'm very happy for. Because that happens to be the kind that you like, so yay! So I'm happy I don't have to change my body too much, but I'd like, and this brings on to the next topic, is I'd like us to stay fit and exercise. I mean, like, if we can go jogging together, that would be fun. I mean, I know you've walked like miles before to the library last year and stuff like that. And so I'd like to walk with you if you want, company or whatever. We can just go jog or go to the park or something. That's exercise, so it'll keep us fit and healthy. First kiss. I really am looking forward to our first kiss. I want it to be long, I want it to be romantic, and I talked to you last night even about it, and it sounds like we're gonna be locked at the lips for quite some time. And I just can't wait for that moment, because it's a moment that, you know, every girl dreams about, and every girl can't wait for it. And I don't know from a guy's perspective, but from a girl's perspective, it's a moment of, like, where you're swept off your feet and it's completely mind-blowing and you get all dizzy-headed, lightheaded, and it's just really, really a special moment, and I can't wait for us to have that, because we deserve it. How big will I let your penis be if you decided to get it bigger? Probably about 7 inches. I think you're perfect the way you are now. I mean, I'm petite for my age, so naturally I have a smaller area down there. Yeah. All girls gone wild on you. Okay, so it's a little hyper moment. Sorry, honey. Lost focus. Focus. So anyway, I would just let you get an inch bigger, but I mean, that's only if you want that. Me, I'm happy. I'm pleased. I'm happy. I'm content. I don't feel like you need it any bigger. But that's basically for your own, I say, man pride or whatever, or saying I'm whatever inches. It's such a man thing. Us women, we don't care about that, you know? At least I don't. I think it's more about how much you love the person. So even if, like, I know, like you were saying, it's unconditional love. So it's like, if I was fat, you'd still love me. If you had, 9 inches long penis, I'd still love you. If you had a 2-inch long penis, I'd still love you. It doesn't matter to me. It's more of your own self-confidence. It's your own body, and you need to be more confident about that. So be confident. You're perfect the way you are, honey. I adore you. I worship you. I wouldn't have ever asked for anything better than you. Honestly. Let's see. Okay, now to the other thing. How do I feel about anal sex? I feel like I do have a fear of anal sex, but I would do it for you, because I know that it is your favorite. But whenever I first found out about sex and the birds and the bees, as they call it, the first thing that was vaginal sex. So the first thing I would think of is that, obviously you go through that way, but I've never heard of anal sex until later on in life. And I heard about it and I'm like, it sounds kind of weird. Because they do say that they call it butt stuff. It's more adventurous and it's more for the experienced people, not for newbies. But I'm gonna get over my fear. I will do it with you, but I just need to adapt to it. And I believe that if we start off slow, because I know you are very powerful in that sense of being strong in a sexual sense, so I would say just give me some time. Let's do it a few times, slow, so I can adapt to it and start building up stamina so I can, adjust to it. Now, how do I feel about threesomes? I feel like if it's very something adventurous-y, is that even a word? That if you wanted to do it, we could experiment with that, but I'm happy with just you. I mean, I feel like we have two bodies, your body and my body, but I feel like we have like 4 personalities because it's you, Master, me, and Demona. So wouldn't it be like even more intense if it was just our bodies, but like, all of us out at the same time? So say it would be you and Master out at the same time, and me and Demona out at the same time, and we'd be having sex together, but it would be all 4 of us. That would be wild. We should try that. Now the last thing, so I mean, if you wanted to try that, I'm okay with it. I just don't want us to do it a lot, because I'm jealous type, even though I know I don't have to be. I just know that if you were with another girl with me, like threesome, like if it was with, if it was you and me and another girl or woman, I would get jealous just if you were paying more attention to her than me. And I have a rule, and it goes the same for me: no kissing her, or for me, no kissing another guy. So if we're having a threesome, that's the only rule I have, is that I would ask you, because I think that kissing is something very intimate, and so I wouldn't do it with another guy, so I would hope you wouldn't do it with another girl. But that's the only rule I have. Let's see now. Now about if you want to rate me for punishment purposes, that I'm okay with. If I didn't do something right, or I did something to make you worried or hurt or just displease you in any way, you could rate me as a punishment. I wouldn't mind that, and the only thing is I wouldn't want to you to injure me. That's the only thing that we talked about, but we talked about that you won't do anything physically harm me. It's just more of a punishment in a sexual sense, not, no punching, none of that. But I mean, if you wanted to slap me, like smack me and on my face in like that, it doesn't hurt much, but I know it would get my attention and make me a little shocked, but get my attention. That's fine, just so long as it's not, oh man, that hurt. I use all my full force on that one. Ow. But if it was, just, or, that, I don't mind. But as long as it's not something that is going to bruise me or cause people to think that you are abusive. That's the last thing I want people to think, is that you're an abusive husband. So, I mean, if it's just a slap to get my attention, that's fine. Now, on the other hand, if it's a fantasy rape, you can slap me in like a playful sense, or to get me to be aroused in that way. That's alright too. I don't mind that. So that's just my rules. No punching, and no, like major forceful slaps that would cause me to bruise or bleed or anything like that. And that is everything. I covered it. Yay! Anyway, my love, I want to spoil you now, because you are my King Charming, and I want to make you happy. So I'm going to say this properly. Okay. My shirt just can't stay on. Not for you. Okay. I love, adore, and worship you, my amazing King Charming. And good night, my sexy husband. Now comes the spoiling part. Hi, sir. I am making this video directed towards Nick's evil side. And, hi, sir. This is Ruby. And I'm making this video as an introduction video. So I'm going to give you a 15-minute video talking to you about stuff. So what to say. Well, as you know, I'm the evil side of Gypsy, or Bella, whatever. And I'm making this video to you because you are my match. I could say that we might be identical, but I don't think that would be true, considering that you're probably more evil than I am. And I do have boundaries, so, I guess you being the more stronger and brutal, overall more powerful, one of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I probably couldn't match your evil, but I am the most evil side of Gypsy. So, with that said, you and I would be the perfect match. I do have a list of interests I like doing. Well, obviously one of them is getting in trouble. I have a very good habit of that. Do I feel sorry whenever I get in trouble? No. I have something that I call myself, I think that my caring is broken, or at least that's what I say, because I don't seem to care about whenever I get in trouble. Now, of course, that would be completely different with you. If I got in trouble with you, I'd be seriously scared out of my wits. But, if I'm the law, or whatever, like the law I'm not scared of, and I'm not scared to push the boundaries with getting in trouble with the law. I am willing to do anything with you, sir. That includes murder, that includes rape, that includes beating up someone. If a girl tries to become your girlfriend, or a girlfriend to Nick as a whole, she's dead. I'm gonna fucking kill her with pleasure. Lots of blood. Lots of gore. Because I'm gonna get my nails dirty. I will literally cut them so they will be sharp. I will take a fingernail clipper and sharpen them up because I will scratch. That is my signature mark. I scratch. So I don't only kill with or beat up with punching. I beat up, I kick ass, and I scratch. That's my signature trademark. And if it's a girl that is trying to just get with you for sex, I might allow it, like I might not. It depends how... Does that work? It depends how protective and how possessive I am of you at the time. So if she's just trying to get with you for sex, I will kill her because she might mess with your heart. Or I might let you have sex with her and then we kill her together. And like I said, no matter what, if she tries to get with you as a girlfriend, she's dead either way. So, no matter what, another woman's not going to be involved. Because I will take care of it. And I will do it happily. As for you raping me, I know that we have talked in the past online about different situations that we would get in. If it was a situation where it was to deal with your exes, I would be involved with it, but most likely I would be the one to be your assistant type of person. So I would be helping you clean up, but also helping you with the rape and the murder. But I'm not quite as brutal whenever it's the family. So if it's someone I don't know, or someone I like, I might not want to touch it. You know, I might want to step back, let you deal with that. Or if it's with someone that I care about, or that I'm very close to, and I have emotional feelings with beating them up or something, that'll be all on you. Unless you commanded me to help you. Then I might do it, like I'm not sure. I'd probably just beg you to not bring me into it. But if it was for a stranger, I have no problems with it. Okay, now what I want to talk about is you raping me. You can rape me anytime you want. That includes when I'm sleeping, when I'm awake, when I'm eating. The only thing I'm not okay with is you beating me up. I'm fine with rough sex. I'm fine with the rape kind of sex. I'm trying to think anything else. Not on my basis. Anything else regarding anything else? Stealing. I will go on the topic of stealing. Let me make sure this camera doesn't go off. I'm very good at stealing. I'm probably more better at it than Demona is. But that doesn't mean that I can't include you in on it. So most likely, if you would want, we could steal together. You would probably like me to steal something like a TV or steal something that's a bit bigger than I'm used to stealing. I'm used to just stealing stuff like clothes, lingerie, stuff like that. But if you wanted, you and I could work together to steal some bigger things, as long as we don't get caught. And that's where I come in. I'm very, very good at planning. So I know never leave fingerprints if we're breaking into someplace. Look for cameras. You know, other stuff that I can teach you about stealing that you and I can work together on. What else? Causing mischief and mayhem. You and I can do that together. Very rarely do I want to do things by myself. I would want to do things as a team. As long as you put me or put us in charge of planning, because we can plan together. If we plan together, we could commit the crime together and have fun together. And you know, make our getaway together. If we ever decide to get a car, it'd probably be the because my pocket's only I'd probably be driving the getaway car. So if, say, you went into a store, grabbed something, I would be driving the getaway car, because I can get away really quickly. Now what I want to talk about is, since I covered the whole basis of fun and crime sprees, if you do, because I believe it is the side of you that wants to kill all of your exes, I will help you do it, with pleasure, especially J bitch. Sorry, this is a straight thought. And I will do it happily with you. That on the side of romance, which, as you probably noticed, I'm probably not the most touchy-feely, lovey-dovey kind of side of me. That is Rose, Bella, Kitty, maybe even Candy. But me, I'm a bit more tough love. I won't ever try and be rough to you or tough to you. I probably just will be like, you're the boss, and I might, you know, do the whole I love, adore, worship you part, which is saying that every night and things like that. But as showing you is I love and adore and worship you, I would do that more in an aspect of showing you rather than just saying. So if I might steal something for you, that's an act of love. If I take the hit for you, that's an act of worship. you get the hint. You get the picture. So, just so you know that I really, honestly, I am all yours, sir. And I really appreciate that there's a side of him, of you, of Nick, for me, that does match. Because I was very worried that I would maybe be too evil or something for him. And to find out that there's you, I was very happy about that. So it's kind of like, yay, there's someone out there for me. And it's in my soulmate, my twin flame soulmate, so I'm so happy. And I show my happiness in ways of showing affection, but saying it and doing it as well. So doing it as a package. There. And as you can see, my style of myself is, I have hair, I like things that are dark and black. So I've got my black leather jacket. It's faux, but the second time. Usually I don't like to wear a shirt under it, so I'm topless. That is a joke, way too much. But whenever we're on a crime spree, I'll probably wear something a bit more body hugging, so I'm more flexible that way. My personality borderlines on someone who is a psychopath, because I do come up with very, very bad ideas that isn't evil ideas. So not bad ideas, there's evil ideas. And some of them might be like really crazy stuff, and it might be really pointless really, but they're fun to me, so I do it anyway. But as for real fun stuff like carjacking, robbery of a major crime, vandalism, raping, different stuff like that, we do together. I won't do that. I won't attempt to do that by myself. Another thing I want to talk about. Another thing I want to talk about is I probably won't be able to be a dom to your submissive side because Bella has been enlisted to do that. So mostly, if I ever do run across him, he'll just be my bitch for the night or so. I'll just use him whenever I want, and I hope that's okay with you. You can tell me online if it's not or not, or it is or not. But I just really want you to know that it's like hard for me to like open up emotionally and stuff. But I want you to know that I truly do love, adore, and worship you, sir. I believe that you are the perfect fit for me. I do believe that you and I are truly twin flame soulmates. And I really hope that you fall more for me in time. And then we'll get to know each other and bond over time. I know that you can't probably promise me that I have all of your heart or anything like that right now. That comes with time and that comes with bonding. So I'll say that I look forward to bonding with you, sir. And I really hope that you enjoy this video. So it's going on like 14 minutes now. So I'm gonna wait till I get to the 15-minute mark. And I hope that you don't feel alone in this world. I hope that you feel like with my company that you have someone and that you're wanted and you're needed, and that I can bring a sense of happiness to you as a particular part of Nick. That you feel emotions for me that you might not even thought was possible for your side to feel. but I hope that I bring that out in you. I hope that we can do things that kind of seem probably like Harley Quinn and Joker. It's that kind of relationship. It's a crazy, fucked up kind of love, but hey, it's a real love. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I'm going to end this video now. And I hope that you really enjoy it, sir. So again, this is Ruby, and I love, adore, and worship you, my perfect evil king. And I hope that I am officially your evil queen. Good night, my wonderful, handsome bad boy.
Gypsy. Timona. That's right, it's Harry. It seems your supposable soulmate, Gypsy. You wanted to make it to where there was more shining light so you would be able to make it to where you could see me better. But due to my love of being of hoods and wearing hoods, I always seem to love to wear those, especially black ones. I can still cover my identity pretty well. Anyway, Gypsy, it seems your supposable soulmate loves to be able to guess on things that I may try to do. No matter how much I try to weave one way or weave the other, he seems to be able to stubborn predict me. Did I just stutter? It's more like I decided to repeat all the syllables in that word all at the same time. And now people wonder how someone can do that. Yes, he loves to somehow always be able to protect me. It seems that he has been able to do that this time. Why do I say that? Think about it, Gypsy. Think about it. Is it like I don't know about the time where you broke down and your supposed master Victor told you about the news about him going away? The funny thing is, I could maybe try to do you a favor. You know what that favor would be? I could maybe convince him to leave you and have Demona leave yourself a little earlier. It's true what your supposable soulmate Nick always says about me. I can see him completely in pitch black darkness in an area that is totally the opposite. Now, why not make this interesting? Gypsy, oh yeah, that's right. And by the way, since I know it just will make you either more angrier or it'll make you more sadder, I'll let you know right now. This whole thing about Gypsy and Demona obeying me. Oh, I know about it. What do I know? Let's just say that I know that Gypsy has no choice but to listen to me if I answer, and to maybe talking to her. As for Demona, as she notices I've been saying her name properly. Now this is what you being interested in me. That'd be your own mistake. Why do I say that? Because you're playing with fire. this. But you saying how much you seem to say that you're interested in me, I'll say this maybe only one time I should have to, and that should be it. Timona, for you to even handle me is, we'll just say, something called nearly impossible. Why do I say that? For you to be able to make me fall in love with you would truly be a miracle. I know that's what you aim to do. I can sense it right from your own soul. Gypsy doesn't even know I can sense stuff right from her own soul too. That's another way I'm able to read people. I don't even have to look at them straight in the eye to do it. But anyways, Timona, so you say you want me to give you a chance to prove yourself to me, prove that you're really interested, even though I see right through you, as I've always been able to see right through souls. Okay, I'll play this game, but if you succeed and make me fall in love, I'll give you credit, but it will be half good, half bad. The good you'll learn along with the bad at the same time. Now, I know that you're supposed to master Victor. I know that he has something planned called you talking to me more frequently after I give this video. I'm not blind. I see it all a lot more clearly, and sometimes I don't even have to see it, I can just sense it. Remember, I'm the one that gave Nick his psychic abilities. Exactly. So I don't even have to be around to be able to sense things. And I tell you this right now, Gypsy, as much as Timona's trying to do it, I know you are too. You better continue to do it. Continue to listen to me. Continue to answer me. Continue to obey me. Because I'll tell you right now, you have no choice but to do that as long as I'm inside your Nick. You have no choice to do that without you risking hurting me. Would you be risking hurting your soulmate? And I'll tell you right now, the reason why I know this is a foolish mistake that Timona's trying to do is because I only have one soulmate, and that is my own sister. That's right, my own sister. So maybe if Timona really is interested in me, all this will be just a love affair. That's all this will be. And if that's all she wants, well, she tries to love me and do things for me beyond whatever measure I tell her to. Well, that's something she'll have to prove to me herself. Otherwise I will never believe it. I don't mind speaking quickly. Now, I'll tell you right now, besides me enjoying hurting Nick, you notice I'm lasting longer with talking. It's because of the full moon. One of these times I will remove this hood, and when I do, maybe that'll be the day I love Timona. But if I never love her, don't be surprised. And by the way, I will give Timona one thing credit for her ability to try to be mysterious. Obviously, Nick's been talking to her quite a lot about what I'm supposed to like and what I'm not supposed to like. Apparently, you know that I enjoy the mysteriousnesses of others while they have it. It makes me feel as I'm part of my own kind. But the weird thing is you'd never be part of my own kind. But that means if you really are interested in me and will see. Don't be surprised if Gypsy's dead and you are too, because I don't play around. That means if I tell you to go rob a bank, I wouldn't be surprised if you'd stutter on that. If I tell you to go get raped by someone, you probably would maybe stutter on that too. See, the thing is that I don't play around. I'm a lot more evil than what your supposed Master Victor used to be. I'm as pure as it gets. And it'll take an evenly evil mind to be able to match mine to at least get me to fall in love with them. That's what it will take. If Timona's wondering what it will take to get me to fall in love with her. So that means if you can show that you enjoy hurting others for me, don't matter if it's some other girl, whatever it might be, you might start to convince me that you really are interested in me, Gypsy and Dimona. I said both their names. Why do I say that? Because I know you both are working together on this whole project with me. It's mainly Dimona that's interested in me, but Gypsy's supposed to hold her back from getting too overwhelmed. I'll tell you right now, I seem to know quite a lot now, don't I? Gypsy, I will say this one time to you. If you let her fall in love with me, that means you'll be stuck having to obey me too. And if you can handle that, I'd love to see if that's possible, because I think you're the weak one out of the two. It's kind of funny. I actually overheard this from Gypsy and Dimona speaking within Gypsy's own mind. That Dimona knows that Gypsy is weaker. Gypsy even admitted it to Dimona. Anyways, Dimona, what I want you to tell me, as I know you're going to want to talk to me more online as of tomorrow after you read this and watch this video. And Gypsy, you'd be best to answer me too, because if you don't, I will hurt your master and I will hurt your Nicholas all over again. Because you know I enjoy it, and I enjoy it just as much as any evil one that's purely evil would do. By the way, Timona, you have to show me, just as I said, that you can enjoy doing all the evil things with me that I tell you to. I do know about Timona turning into a vampire dog. If she doesn't know, I know a hell of a lot. I don't have to be around to do it. That will just make things more interesting for me. This about you being more sexual. It's kind of interesting. Sex always turns me on. I prefer me raping them all the time, of course, but yes. Alright, Timona and Gypsy, it's your turn too. You can't see me, can you? It's your turn to answer me now. And one last thing before I click out, as I love using this microphone. Timona and Gypsy, I want to see the courage out of you two if you even have any. Supposedly Timona does. Your Master Victor says you do. I know that's what he says. I heard him say it right to you. And Gypsy, you're gonna need a lot, and I mean a lot, of courage to get through all the stuff that I'm gonna put you and Nico through. Oh yes, you are gonna need a lot of courage for that. And a lot of devotion. Without that devotion, I will break you two down before you know it. must answer, and a last part of the message for you to answer, as I will only relate it to you. So Gypsy, don't pay attention to this part. Timona might as well though. Timona, if you are willing to help me rape others, help me, hell, even kill. If you're willing to let me do whatever I want to you. Obviously, as long as you obey me, I won't kill you. As long as you obey me, I won't. Because I see that you are useful to me. But yes, if you're willing to let me do whatever I want to you, that obviously means obeying me, which means I won't kill you if you do obey me like that. And you're willing to do any other evil deed with me. Just maybe I can fall in love with you. But that's what it takes is a pure evil soul to make it happen. Alright, Timona. I'd love to see what your answer to this is. And, by the way, it better be detailed, because yours is the only one I care for. That must be detailed. Gypsy's gonna be straightforward for all I care. Alright. Bye for now. And if I do give you a no message on cam earlier than the next morning, that must mean that Timona is getting somewhere on getting me to fall for her. Alright. Click it out now. And bye bye to you both. Yes, you two, both of you bitches. Bye until then. You know your answers.
I said I was gonna make a video before I went to bed, or, you know, something like that. I did say. It's soda, honey. Anyways, well, Mexican soda is much cheaper. It isn't what that is. Yeah, anyways, I just felt like making another video for you. As you can see, I shaved. Yeah, my teeth are actually looking pretty good. I'll brush them one more time today, obviously. I did it 3 times yesterday because I was using an extra thing, which I found out that the ADA, or the American Dental Association, said it was safe to use as long as you don't swallow it, which is hydrogen peroxide. I was using to bleach my teeth, get them to where they break down all the stains on my teeth. So I didn't do it any more than once so far today, just because the damn taste is yucky. But it does take care of the coloring. It does break down all the stains. Anyways, yes, honey, trying to think here, honey, what is it what I want to talk to you about? Oh, the master did mention one thing I had to mention on camera. That's the only reason why I'm giving you this video. And that's, okay. I mentioned that how he told me that you were supposed to make an important video for me, but he obviously made it clear to me you weren't allowed to tell me exactly what it was. He just told me to let you know that I, pretty much, had it to where, I had to, can't think how to put it in words. I had to let you know that I knew that you had an important video to do. You told me what you could about it. I guess he's saying that you can't tell me really any details, but that it's for me is about it. And all I know besides that is that it's important. It's an important one because it affects our future, I guess. I don't know what it is. He was looking at certain things while he was talking against Dimona, I guess, and he wouldn't let me look at what he was looking at. Like it had to do with what you were in your video or something. So I have no clue. But as soon as he was done talking to Dimona, he let me message you there. Anyways, yes, sweetheart. I had to let you know that, and I guess you have to get a message from him to I guess this video is gonna be part him, part me. Obviously right now it's me. 1 second here, honey. I'm gonna have to let him come out for a moment. And then after that, we'll go from there. Gypsy is your master. I believe I was to make something clear to you. The 2 things he's just said on this camera, as I'm aware that he did say them, was that he did say that he's aware that it's important, but he's also aware that it's only towards him. Good thing that you did say thing to him when he was asking you about it. But now you're hearing it from me myself. You're not to mention anything to him about your video. And this is also to you, Demona. You're not to mention anything about your video towards him either. Except for that the video is for you and me. And him. When it comes to one that's for you. And yes, you can let him know that yours is also important. Other than that, I suggest that you do not mention anything more than that. And obviously, since you're his mistress, Demona, if he tries to question you and questions you and question you, but you are allowed to get angry about it and say, I told you no is the answer and you'll have to accept it. Like I said, you have been quite fair to him, but I did teach you a lot of what you're going to have to tell him on camera. I did just teach you it by even telling you it in words. And you're going to have to make those points clear to him on camera. Well, we both know that you've already seen it yourself. He is not only adaptable, not only versatile. Yes, he can be unpredictable. But since he's all those things, you really won't know what his reaction will be when you tell him. However, since he still has those 2 other traits, being adaptable to things and versatile to him, where he can take it in pretty much and handle it in a way, I guess you could say you even have the authority over him to tell him how he should handle it, as I've done it to you, and I've also done it to Gypsy as well. So yes, Demona, I suggest you do make sure that's clear to him. Better yet, when you do actually mention to him on Facebook, yes, you get his attention on Facebook on your profile, and you let him know that if he questions you too much about your video, he may anger you. And obviously, we both know the Smedo does not want to do that. They don't want to anger the dominant one out of the 2 roles. So yes, Demona, let him know that. And besides the other 2 things that I already told you and Gypsy that you're both authorized to let him know. Meaning, only that it's important and it's towards him, or that it's important and it's towards me and him, such as Demona, the other one I was just talking about, or Demona and Gypsy. I'll let you both have Nick again. Then after that, well, that's the reason I'm going to say my goodnight, and I'll hand it over to him. I don't do the cut-ins like you guys do, even though I suggest you both start doing it like I do, more natural with him. Let it come out. You guys were doing it at a time, but you gotta start doing it again. Alright. My slaves. I love and adore and worship Demona. And I love, adore Gypsy. For Demona. For Gypsy. And here's Nick. I don't know what he just told you guys. I heard that he said something to Demona. I didn't catch it all though. All I heard is something about being important. That's all I could catch. Darn it! I was trying to peek around the corner. Oh crap, I don't want to get in trouble with my mistress. I'm not trying to be a troublemaker, Mistress Demona. I'm not trying to be a troublemaker. Okay. You honey, I guess all he said to me, just said it now. All I have to know is that it's, I guess, your video to me and Timona's video to me, my mistress's video to me. I guess both of your videos are important. That's all I guess I can get out of it. And he warned me that you're going to react a certain way if I keep questioning you. I don't know what that might be. I guess I'll learn it, my mistress. Okay. You just told me to. There, about. Sorry for forgetting, my mistress. Sorry for forgetting. I guess now you have to answer this video just like my queen did. Well, now I might as well say that I love and adore you, my mistress. And to my blessing queen, I love, adore, and worship you, my blessing queen of rest. Good night, my love, my mistress. And yes, my mistress, I will brush my teeth tonight. I promise that. If I gotta make another video each night just to tell you that, I will. If you tell me to, I'll do it. Obviously, I can't disobey you because I don't want to disobey you, and I don't want to make you displeased with me. So, just letting you know for tonight, such as the 25th. Yes, I'm doing it tonight for sure, honey. My mistress. Sorry for saying, hon. Please don't take offense to that, ma'am. Okay. Alright, I'm now. Click on now, ma'am. And my darling. Good night, honey. Good night, my mistress. Hey, my darlings. I had to make this video today. As you know, today's June 20th. It is the day of what was supposed to be my trial. I had to wait for 5 people before my actual case. So it was 5 cases before me. So pretty much what happened was I had to wait for 4 of them. Then they had a recession. Then the 5th one was after that. Then it was me. You know the recession obviously is where they take a break. Just like, it's somewhat similar to like a play. They always take breaks for plays and such. Anyways, I just had to give you this video because I had to make sure you both were relieved. I think Dimona was more collected about the situation than Gypsy, from what it sounded like. I know that Dimona was still worried, but not as worried as Gypsy is, just because of how much I mean to Gypsy. Dimona, I know I mean a lot to her too, though. I'm not gonna exclude her out of that because I know that she wants to be my submissive / dominant one out of both sides of my soulmate. While Gypsy doesn't mind being the submissive one all the time. As for, I don't even know why I'm saying this. You both already know it. You both already know this. But obviously you both are meant to be submitted towards your Master Victor, obviously. How I can be submitted to either of you, even though most likely it's more gonna be like, Dimona. She's gonna be the one I'm always being submitted towards. Anyways, yeah, sweethearts. Now this is what happened in the trial, as I know you both really want to know, and I figured I'd tell you on cam. When I get nervous, I put all the pieces together of all the signs. When the bird was falling, and then it landed, and then it recovered, and then flew away, what that pretty much meant was, when I stutter, that's usually when I get nervous. I got nervous enough to actually stutter today, but then I was still able to answer the questions. I did stutter pretty much almost the entire time I was up. That only happens when I get nervous to the point I don't know what to say. I freeze. Yeah, I freeze. I kind of said it just there. Because I was just trying to think a little faster. Let's just say this. When it comes to your Master Victor, I always have trouble keeping up with his thinking process. How fast he thinks. So, I don't think I'll have any trouble with you two. Neither of my darlings. I don't think I'll have any trouble with either of you. Because at least you're human like I am. while your master Victor is vampire. So he's meant to be hard to keep up with, since I guess naturally vampires are naturally too, what is the word I'm thinking of? They're natural to have a constant thinking process that's insanely quick. I guess from what he told me, vampires are, what was the actual times? They think 1,000 times faster than a human does. So yeah, that's the reason why I have a very hard time keeping up with them. There's times I'll actually have to keep up with even you, but that's only when I get nervous. Otherwise, when I'm happy and I have all my worries and nervousness, all those reasons I shouldn't, all those feelings I shouldn't have, when those are all gone, I seem completely normal. So as if I don't have autistic traits like my Asperger's syndrome I have. I don't even seem to show it. But anyways, as my nose is running, another reason why I'm glad to tell you what I'm about to tell you. With the actual, what do you call it? The trial, it went as smooth as possible. Even though I stuttered like I did, I think the DA, the bailiff, which is pretty much like a, what do you call it? Like a sheriff. But he just watches over the judge, I guess, and everyone else in the court, make sure everything's in order. Them two, the judge, like everyone could tell that I had a disability by how much I was stuttering. But I did recover enough to be able to answer the question every single time I started stuttering. I recovered enough to answer them. So overall, it went as quick as possible. So here's what happened with the actual signs. I can now debunk them for what I actually was able to think of. I forgot to tell you this online because I actually did think of it before the actual trial started. When I was waiting and I got bored, waiting for all 5 of those other trial, cases. I actually blacked out for a little while. I mean, I might have seemed like I was wide awake and such. I actually had a vision, and the vision was my actual trial, the actual way it was supposed to end. I didn't get to see the way it began, but just the way it ended, and it ended precisely, exactly as I was supposed to. Which was, I stuttered, just like the bird fell, and I had to recover, and then it flew away. Well, I right away got a trial date right away. I didn't have to answer many questions at all. I only had to answer general ones as if it was me that they were talking to, and I had the right address that they have and such and such. That's all I had to ask. Pretty much just 2 questions is all I really had to answer. And then right away I got to fly off, just like the bird did. But that's pretty much what when I said the bird was flying off that way, and then it flew off this way and then landed, that pretty much meant that the part that I wasn't getting right was that the trial wasn't supposed to be fast, and it was fast. That's the part I could not debunk, and that's what Mother Nature was trying to show me. That's the reason why I kept on seeing them fly by. But yeah, after that vision, I was able to debunk it all, and I should have been less nervous when I went up there, but that didn't necessarily happen. I still ended up stuttering, and then I got my trial date, which is the 11th of November, which is 6 months after today, most likely. Well, it's just 6 months more. It's not necessarily 6 months after, because obviously today's the 20th, and that's the 11th of November. That's not necessarily 6 months. Even though I've already been away from McDonald's for 3 months. So it would be a total of 9 months altogether after I've done this. So, not only that, I'm going to stay away from that place for good. Unless if it's the gas station side of it, that might be the only reason I even go there. I'm not joking, sweethearts. That's probably the only reason I'll even go there. After the 6 months, obviously. Just so I don't get in any trouble. But, yeah. After that has been taken care of, I'm not going there ever again. I hope you boycott that place too. It's not good for your diet. I've done enough research into that place and its food. It would make your head spin if you knew exactly what goes on with the food that they sell. So I'm more than happy that I'm banned from the place for as long as I am. I'm glad that I am. It's better for my diet anyways. And besides, they have a place that just opened up right across the street from there. It's called Woodman's. That place is freaking awesome. How cheap everything is. All the food there is. I mean, if you get the chance to move up here, or you actually end up living in Rocky Shop with me, that place, you'll be addicted to it like I am. The place is flippin' huge, and it has so much variety to it. There's another grocery store down the street a little ways from it. Pick and Save. Anyways, Woodman's puts that place to shame. It does. They even have stuff from Arizona that I haven't even seen before, which I love drinking Arizona. Here's one I actually bought today. But, yeah. That's pretty much what's going on. I did have to give up my knife, and I obviously have to pay $50, and then the court costs, obviously, whatever that might be, which might be a total together of maybe up to $300 instead of $11,000, which was the max. Like I would have had to deal with the fines. Only be $300 instead, as the max. So everything went on as smoothly as possible. Alright, sweethearts, I'm gonna give you my goodnight kisses. I might as well say goodnight to you for a victory day that we had today. We were able to overcome this day and have another day go on. Since I already have a 3 months head start, isn't like I'm gonna have any trouble staying away from the place. There's no reason for me to have any trouble. As long as you don't have your freakouts. I'm gonna explain this to you only one time, and I hope you get it this one time. From Monday to Thursday, that's 9 to 9 of the hours of the library, which means you're gonna have a freakout on Monday through Thursday. Do not have one on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Sunday for sure not, because I can't even get online. That's usually that I have to stay at home because they don't even have any hours for that until like the school year, which I think starts in what is it? I think it's September. Yeah, September. But for Saturday, it's 9 to 1 right now for hours, and then for Friday, it's 9 to 5. So those are between those hours you can freak out, and I'll be able to get there. But do not freak out anymore. Any of those other time that I'm not able to be there. I hope you reassure me online that you will not freak out. Like I said, you will not freak out like that. I really hope you do it. But alright, sweethearts. I'm gonna give you both my goodnight kisses now. This one's for Gypsy. And this one's for my Demona. And this one's for both of you. I love and adore you, my darlings. I hope this relieves you both that today went as well as possible. Good night, my sweethearts. And here's my goodnight kiss to both of you. Usually you only get to do it with your Master Victor online, but on here, at least you get to get it from me to both of you instead of just one. That was nice. Since I know you have a good night ending usually, and now you get to see me do it now. Alright, this is to both of you again, my darlings, and then I'll click out. But before I do this, since I really am going to click out as soon as I do it, sweethearts, just one last thing I want to say. That is, besides you reassuring me that you are not going to freak out anymore, along the hours that I told you not to, of whatever day it might be, like after 9 o'clock on a Thursday, do not do it. I'm saying 9 o'clock in the afternoon, I mean, nighttime, do not do it. Because 9 o'clock, no matter what day it is, I cannot get online. So do not do it. Unless if you could try to maybe call me. You haven't had a chance to really get any minutes, but yeah. Alright, here's my goodnight kiss to both of you, and then I'm going to click out. And I hope this video reassures you both on the entire situation. And at least you got to see me again. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm freaking hot as hell right now. I'm going to have to freaking open that freaking window back up. Since I just wanted nothing to be really, what's the word I'm looking for? Nothing to be really, in the background that you don't need to hear. All you need to hear is me. So you're gonna have to close the damn window. I have to freaking open back up so this way I don't fucking get any more hotter. But anyways, I have freaking, yeah, I'm half naked. And I'm still freaking hot as hell. I don't want to fucking take this off, even though I could. Alright, sweethearts. Here's my goodnight kiss to you both. And please answer this video online. Everything. From reassurance you will not freak out to how you are maybe relieved about how the trial went, and etc. etc. Besides me telling you about the whole situation. And I don't know if I said that already, I'll just make sure I did. About me being submissive to Dimona no matter what, whenever there comes a time with that. And then obviously Gypsy probably end up being more submissive to me. And obviously you both be submitted towards your Master Victor, obviously. I figured I'd just remind you of that. Just this way Dimona knows that I'll probably end up being submitted towards her in the future. Alright, well, I love and adore you, my sweethearts. Good night, my darlings. And here's my last goodnight kiss. Since this is just a reassurance to both of you.
Hello, my wonderful master. It is your slave, Dimona, and I am making you this happy Valentine's Day video. This is a day to celebrate lovers, a day to celebrate love and soulmates and an eternal bond. And that is what we have. I can say so many things about you. How much I love and adore you, how much you drive me crazy sometimes with that sexual energy that we have. I want to pounce on you and kind of just make love to you all the time. But I guess that's part of a vampire's charm, huh? And I'm definitely charmed by you. We have been together about a year and a few months, I think, and I can tell you that I've learned so much from you. You've taught me so much that I never even knew was possible. Meeting you is definitely the best thing that's ever happened to me. I feel like you get me, you understand me, we have this sort of deep soul connection that makes it so easy for you to just know how I'm feeling and know how I'm going to respond to something you say, or I know how you're going to respond to something I say. And it's amazing that we have this deep connection to each other that makes it so easy for us to communicate and for us to be one and to be happy. Being your slave is, I think it's a lot of fun, but it's also a blessing because I finally feel like I've met the person that I should be loyal to and that I am loyal to, and that I have someone to give all my devotion to, someone to pledge my loyalty to. And I think you being who you are, you're a natural leader. You're able to take responsibility and take charge of anything, whether it's a relationship, a journey, or just anything in general. You're a leader, you're a master. So being your slave, I am able to basically give all of me to you and tell you that I am yours. I am yours physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I am yours. I devote all my time, I devote my body, I devote my spirit and my mind all to you. And in return, you give me a sense of security, a sense of belonging. You love and adore me, and I love and adore you, and it's just a perfect match. So, and I'll be honest, I was afraid how you'd take it knowing that I'm part dog and part wolf, because I didn't know if there was like this vampire wolf feud like they say in the movies and stuff like that, and I was a bit afraid that you think, I don't know, I don't want to date this wolf girl or whatever. But surprisingly you accepted me, and I don't know, you just make me feel like I belong. And we're so lucky to have Gypsy and Nick that are our vessels, and that they're lovers, and that they're okay with us being inside them. And I think me being inside Gypsy gives her kind of that edge of being a bit of everything that a guy wants, because they want that loyal girl, they want that good girl, but at the same time they want a girl that's going to excite them, like in the bedroom and stuff like this. So having me in her, I'm able to bring her that aspect of what she needs, because she is that good girl and I'm the token bad girl inside her. So and as for you, I know that you're neutral, but I believe that there's more good in you than that there is bad, because you are able to feel love, you are able to feel like you are devoted to someone. And in my opinion, I don't care if you are all bad, as long as you adore me and love me and protect me, that's all that matters. So I can honestly say I'd still adore you even if you were all bad. And Gypsy feels the same about Nick. If he was all bad, she'd still adore him all the same. That's just a soulmate's way. Just being honest there. I know that you probably wanted me to do something a little bit naughty in this video, but I wanted to bring you a different side of me, show you a different side of me, that I'm a bit classy, that I'm not just always slutty and naughty, that I could also be classy and sort of royal. So this is me being a royal soulmate slave, bringing a new side to me. But just because I'm classy doesn't mean that I'm not sexy, because I still have my way of being really sexy. Bet you're wondering what I'm gonna do. Of course you knew this was coming. I wore my sexy red panties just for you. Okay, so now that I've given you a royal peep show, now it's time for me to say goodnight. And so I'll do that right now. I love and adore you, my amazing, sexy, perfect soulmate master. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's night, and that this video excites you, but also shows you a new side to me, a sophisticated side, that it is possible for me to be your queen, and for me to be a woman, a real woman, not just naughty, not just sexy, but queen-ish. So, again, I love and adore you, my perfect soulmate master. Good night, my love master. Hi, my wonderful, amazing, absolutely sexy master. It is your one and only Demona, your slave, forever and ever. Well, today is our happy 1 year anniversary. And, I'm just so excited. This past year has been amazing. It has been the most, adventurous, wild, almost kind of like story almost, because things like this usually only happen in books. Well, as you can see, I changed my hair color, but I hope you like it. And I'm wearing my favorite color plus your favorite color, black. And well, they are vampire colors, so. And what makes us so unique from other couples is that you and me have a vampire and human relationship, which I would think vampires would want to date other vampires, but I'm quite lucky that you want me. And I know that there are probably female vampires out there, but I'm very happy that you want, well, me. Being with you has made me almost feel like a new person. When I met you, I felt, that's him, that's my soulmate. To be honest, the way I view us is kind of like twins. Because you might know, since you're very wise, that twins, if one of them gets cut, let's say that one of them like cuts their finger, the other twin will feel it and be like, that's weird, I didn't cut my finger. But then they'll talk to their other twin or whatever, and their other twin might not even know it, but their finger got cut. And, you know, the other twin will feel it. And that's how I consider us almost, is that even though we're so far apart, if one of us is hurting, the other will hurt. And so if like you hurt, I'll hurt. And it's hard being away from your soulmate because it feels like you don't know what's happening to them in that moment, but then when you know that they're alright, your mind is at ease and you just feel a whole lot better. And I feel like I'm linked to you, mind, body, and soul. So, and I think that's the way it should be. You know, I think that we've been open and honest with each other about our feelings and about every day-to-day life. And I know I've made some mistakes. I'll admit it, I have a habit of being kind of a know-it-all at times. And like recently, me and Gypsy forgot the password for our Facebook, and we just changed it without even telling you or asking you if it's okay. And that was a bad move on our part. You know, it's not fully my fault and it's not fully her fault. It was both our fault. And so now we know before we do anything, ask you. Because you are our master. You are responsible for us. We are y'all bitches, I guess. Because, you know, you're in charge of everything and you have complete control over us. Our health. You're responsible for everything. Our health, our safety, our happiness, just everything, and I'm really grateful to you for being my master and protecting us and making sure we're healthy and safe and happy, and everything that you've done is to make us be stronger women and make us the women that we know we can be. And it's your dream, woman, and that's what we want to be, and it's inside us. You just bring that out in us. Now, the topic I want to talk about most with you is my feelings for you. And they're not only just grateful feelings for protecting us and loving us and making sure that we're healthy and happy and safe, but it's also a feeling of contentment and this love that I can only describe, and it would sound like a book. It would sound, not real, because love like ours is very, very rare. And my feelings for you is that I'm your slave. So my sole purpose is to please you and to love you and to keep you content and keep you happy and be the woman that you dream of having. And if you need anything, that I'll be there for you, whether it's emotional support or if it's a sexual desire, like to fulfill that desire. I'm here for you. And I'm here for you also if you need someone to sort of talk to if you're angry about something, and maybe I can calm you down, whether that be talking to you or seducing you to make you happier about whatever's making you angry. So, and I'm not only just your slave, but I'm also your queen, or at least I'm gonna be as soon as we get married, which I am so happy because one day, that's something that we thought of this year, is that one day we are gonna have a vampire wedding. So we're gonna go all out into the tradition of having a vampire wedding, and we're gonna do it somewhere that it's very pretty but very isolated, because I want it to be just a private, just you and me and maybe Ricky and Allie, but that would be the only guest. That night we would have the most awesome, amazing wedding night ever, and that's whenever we break out the handcuffs and rope and chains. It would be all about you and me, just completely entwined within each other and just completely letting out how we feel about each other in one time span of doing it all. So we'd be having not only sex, but we'd be making love as vampire and human, as well as master and slave. So it would be a very special moment for us. So that's something I'm very looking forward to. Also, my dress will be very pretty. It's going to be a nice, beautiful red, with maybe some black accents to it, and maybe I can carry some red roses with, I know these don't really exist in real life, but black roses. I know they're not real flowers, but I can get them plastic. So I'll have red roses, a bouquet of red roses with black roses, black plastic roses. So that'll be very pretty. And so that's something that I cannot wait for. But I will wait till we have that perfect time in our life. Also, as your slave, I want you to know that I'm working very, very hard to become something very special called the seductress mother of the household. And right now I'm working to get my white collar. So there are color collars to gain up to that royal collar, which I can only get whenever we get married and I've completed my whole training. So, but I'm gonna get it. I am determined to get it, and I will get it. It's just a matter of when. So I had this vision, well, Gypsy had this vision about me and you, and you was sitting on kind of like a throne. You had a black shirt and black pants, and I was right by your side, like right here, by your legs, and you had me on a chain, but I had my royal collar with a chain, and you had the chain in your hand, and we were just in a room full of people. I don't know, the dream doesn't have a lot of explanations or whatever, but that's all she saw, was that that I was the seductress mother and your queen and your slave right by you, serving you and being there if you need me. So I guess it will come true one day. If she had that vision, it'll come true. And you said that Nick had a similar vision, so one day it will happen. And our future together will be a bright one. I know that we want, hopefully, lots of children. And after we get married, we're gonna try and start right away, I hope. And the plan for, if we have a boy first, we're gonna protect him and protect our children from the outside world, because they can't know about us. They can't know about you being a vampire. But we're gonna protect them and keep them educated on what not to say in front of people, and make sure that they understand the severity of keeping this secret. And if we have a girl, the way it has to be is, if we have a girl, she has to lose her virginity to you, because you are the master of the household. So I'm gonna have to explain that to her whenever she comes of age where it's time to explain it. Other than that, like when she's 7, I won't explain that, but around 13 I'll explain. And also, if you ever need someone to, I guess, feed off of, but not kill, obviously, you know that I'll always give you my blood. You know that if you're ever weak, or if you're ever so weak that, you know, you can't move, or you're just really, really sick, don't worry. I'll give you my neck anytime you need. It is always yours, just as I am always yours. So, I'm your woman, I'm your slave, and I'm proud to be. So, happy anniversary, my amazing, wonderful master. And I look forward to many, many, many more of anniversaries and birthdays, and just so many happy, romantic, sexy things to look forward to. So, happy anniversary, my darling master. I love and adore you so much, and I'm always dreaming and thinking about you.
Hi, Gypsy and Dimona. I forgot to add one thing to that video, and I'm gonna make this a separate video, but it's still about the other one that you both are to make. I only had to do this, so it means I'm gonna make this a quick video. I'm still gonna say goodnight to you both, so don't worry about that. Anyways, yes. This is what you both have to also know about your videos. Gypsy, you do have something expected to wear. So do you, Dimona. You wonder what it is, don't you? You both are really thinking about that. After you were to watch the other video, which is over 22 minutes, you wonder what it is. So your mind gets puzzled thinking about it. It wanders, ponders, and doesn't seem to know what it is, so this way you don't have the fear of disappointing me. Since I mentioned in that video that you both were to make sure you do, and I repeat, do, continue to make me please. So this way you'll start seeing more videos of me. The reason why you're seeing this one is because I forgot to mention something. Now, I've already mentioned that Gypsies is meant to be long. However, since I took as long as I did, and I did give Gypsy a lot to remember, then I gave Dimona, I suppose, a good amount to remember too. Dimona, I changed your size of your video to medium, which means it's between long and short, while hers is longer, since she's meant to go into great depth, while you are just straightforward about all the topics. Well, she is meant to go in great depth. Gypsy is meant to go in great depth is because, for one, she knows her soulmate, Nick, expects her to get more and more detailed as I keep on urging her to develop those over time, as she's doing. So far, she's doing pretty well on that. She's getting more and more detailed, which is good. She continues to keep getting this way, then obviously that's a big plus for us and her development. But yes, since she has to get into great detail with it, that means she has to take longer, which is a good thing. And Gypsy, take your time. I'm serious. Take your time to remember everything. You already know that Dimona got my permission to help you remember stuff that you're supposed to talk about. You know that Gypsy and Dimona, you're both obviously adored by me, obviously. But you both also should know one other thing. Gypsy, there's one other extra thing you can mention, because Nick did mention it in the past towards you. How you feel about threesomes. He's never going to make you do a foursome. I know he won't. Maybe threesome he might make you do, but that's because he wants to explore. You gotta remember that too. So, you have a lot to remember. If you have to listen to it in your earpieces, while you have it plugged into your laptop, and you write down each topic, just remember them all, just so you make sure you please me. Then make sure you do that. I'm serious. You want me to be pleased, you want him to be reassured, you do that. The same thing with you, Dimona. You want to write down the topics I mentioned for you, you do the same. The only reason you might have to do foursomes is because I am known to be the most sexual one out of us all. That's the reason why you gotta adjust to me. And believe me, you're meant to be able to handle crazy things sexually. Remember, Dimona, you are meant to do it. You may at times be a little doubtful towards it because you're not sure what you're capable of. But me, I've seen deep within even your pictures. I can see the fire within your eyes. That means that you can handle it. So now, here's what you both are to wear. Since Gypsy's more innocent, she's gonna wear white and red. White, red. That sounds a good combination for her. And Gypsy, try to make it as much lingerie as you can out of that, because you're still talking about sexual topics, which means you should look sexual for it, since you should make it seem that way. And as for Dimona, you're also wearing red, but you're also wearing black. Yes, they're vampire colors. It's deeper than that, though. You're the more bad girl side. And you are meant to be that, since you got me inside him. So there you go. Those are the things you gotta do. And yes, Dimona, you're also wearing as much lingerie as you can. And Dimona, if you wish to just to express your sexuality. This is an option. You do it, yes, you'll probably make me pleased, even more so than I originally would have been. You do have an option. In your side of your video, you're allowed to do this if you want to. You can show off your Gypsy's body and play with yourself if you want to express your sexuality. I'll give you the option to do that. If you take it, well, me and Nick will obviously love the idea of you doing it. But what your master, you have to understand, is expecting out of you. It's not just answering all the stuff and putting all the stuff on and all the rest of that stuff and making sure the video is long enough. What you also have to understand, the main thing I'm trying to make sure that you develop under yourself is your sexuality to be able to match mine. And I'm telling you right now, I would be able to dominate you to probably where I would scare you right now if I was to go my most roughest and such on you right now, to where you would be scared. You would be Dimona. I know Gypsy would too, because she's used to gentle touch. So it would be easy to scare her. But I would even be able to scare you, Dimona. Anyways, yes. That's the reason why I mention all this stuff with you. The threesomes or foursomes. By you doing threesomes and foursomes, not only are you getting more sexual, let's explain this to you. Not only are you getting that, you're also handling more sexuality at once. By you doing this, you'll be able to handle the sexuality with me at my most roughest and such, like no one else can. So say if you and me were to do a rape crime or something, that woman that you and me would end up doing something like that with would be screaming like hell. I'd be doing that to her. While with you, you might scream, but it will be actually, instead of out of fear, it will be out of pleasure. You see what I'm saying? And yes, it may hurt. But one thing you gotta understand is sex with your master means pleasure and pain. So that means you have to get used to that too. Not to mention that's the BDSM way. However, the vampire form of that is a lot more sexual than just pleasure and pain. It's more sexual and pleasure and not as much pain. But there is still pain involved. But the sexuality is what really stands out with the vampire way of it. So remember that, Dimona. And you too, Gypsy, since I obviously am training you too. Alright, this is 8 minutes. I preferred to make this short, but I had to go in depth just because I had to make sure you both understood what I'm talking about here. So now, Dimona, make sure you add all the stuff I just mentioned into your list that you make of what to remember for your video. And you do the same thing, Gypsy, since I did give you a lot to remember too, with this video and the other one included. Alright, now I'm going to say good night for this video, and it'll probably be the last video for today. If you earn more in the future, then that's good. That means you're both doing a great job. And obviously, I always tell you when you're doing a great job and when you're not doing a great job. I always tell you that, so this way you know when you're doing something wrong and when you're doing something right. Since obviously me as your master, I'm meant to guide you both. Alright, here we go. I as your master victor, and Gypsy's love master, and Dimona's love slave master soulmate, which means I'm your master soulmate, of you being my love slave, obviously, soulmate, obviously. Do love, adore you both. And Dimona, someday I'll worship you, but you have to work very hard to get to that point. If you do worship me, that's a good thing, because you deserve to actually worship your master, since that's the deepest form of love, which I do agree with Nick on, surprisingly. But yes, mention that, why don't you? At the end of your video, just before you say goodnight to us both, Dimona, mention if you do adore me. Because not only do I know you adore me, go to a step further and mention if you worship me. See what I'm saying? I know you adore me, but is your love already at the worship level? Let your master know, your soulmate know. And as for Gypsy, all I expect out of you is to adore me. You don't have to worship me, but even though I've taught you a lot, I could understand if you ever were to do it. Alright, now here I go to end this. And I'm just reassuring you both just because I feel like it's a good idea to do. I is your master. And soulmate. Meaning soulmate towards Demona, master towards Gypsy. Obviously I'm Demona's master too. But I'm putting a combination here for you both to be thinking of yourselves as I mention this. Do love, adore. You both. My love slave, Gypsy, and my love slave soulmate, Demona. Alright. Good night, my darling love slaves. Make me proud of you both by having everything I mentioned in this video along with the other one. So this way you can see your master smile. And remember, it's hard to please me. So if you don't do every single little detail I just mentioned in this video and the other one, you probably won't please me completely. I'm meant to be hard to please, so this way it drives you to work harder to please me. That's the reason behind that. Even though it's my natural way too. Alright, now that I said that, here's your goodnight kiss. You both obviously have not disappointed me, and that's the reason why I'm going to give you both individual ones this time. Just to spoil you both. Why the hell not? Here you go, Gypsy. And obviously I'll probably move more passionate towards Demona. No offense, Gypsy, it's just the soulmate thing, that's all it is. Alright. Both make me proud. And Gypsy, reassure Nick, make sure you do it. And Demona, you make sure you reassure him too, with everything that you know is towards him that you're supposed to remember. And I hope to see you both do what you're supposed to. When you make your video towards me, Demona, remember to bow. Remember to do it. I'm reminding you of this now, so this way you do not disappoint me. Okay, hopefully you remember now that I did remind you. Since it's natural nature for their slave to bow to their master, because it shows a mutual respect. That's what it shows. And obviously that means you also respect my power over you, which is what I expect. Alright, now that I mentioned all that, a last goodnight kiss to you both, just because I can spoil you until you both have disappointed me. So here you go. Yes, a two in one kiss. Here you go to both of you. Make me proud of you both now, my dears.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Gray. I believe that will be all. It's a pleasure. Anastasia Steele to see Mr. Gray. Hello, Mr. Gray. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am actually, my name is Anastasia Steele. I know you were supposed to be meeting up with Miss Kavanaugh, but she has taken ill, so I will be filling in for her. Would you mind if I would ask you a few questions for our school paper? Thank you. She's written down a few questions for me to ask you. So, as the main benefactor to our college, and head of Gray Enterprises, you are quite the successful man. To what do you owe your success? I'm sure a man like you controls many, many, many staff. I've seen in the lobby. You must have had about 12 different blondes. You must have a thing for blondes, Mr. Gray? So you're a control freak then? There's not really much to know about me. I'm just trying to get through my final exams. Then, hope to graduate and, move in an apartment of my own. Oh, it's a very good offer, sir, but I don't think I'd fit in here. Look at me. Well, I think that'll be all. Thank you for your time, Mr. Gray. Christian. Well, it's a pleasure. Christian. Go. Snow. Has to be snow. Can be an eternal summer. No, it has to be an eternal winter. Elsa! Oh, Wilkins Trading Post. Hi. Do you sell boots? Winter boots?
It's kind of limited right now.
Okay. Do you have a coat maybe?
We got a cape and some boots
That'll be perfect.
and a family sauna
Oh, wonderful.
with any purchase.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Go away, Anna. Okay, bye. I'm trying to show you where we should do this. Alright, so this is my house right here. I'm videotaping again with my phone to try to show you the best spots. Now, as you can see, the greenhouse is there. And you can kind of see the distance from my house to the greenhouse. That's a big yard. And then they have this foliage that's here. So even if we wanted, we can go like past, like over this foliage, over this like grassy patch right here. And there's a farm right next door. So even if we wanted to do it like in their yard, we could. Because that's very far away and she would never think to look for me there. So that's a good spot. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. I don't know if you can see that area right there. But that's a good area. It's like a patchy, grassy area. That would be good. That would be nice and dark. And again, the greenhouse would be good too. But again, we'd have to just like step over this foliage here. And it goes all throughout like that. So you see doing it like right here would be like way too obvious. So I'd say cross into the neighbor's yard and go do it there. Because that way it would be a lot more hidden. And wow, it's very windy. That way it would be a lot more hidden, and this is where the garbage is. And that way, we would have our privacy and time to do what we needed to do. So, yeah, I'm gonna start going inside now. It's very windy. But, yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So I'm going up. Greenhouses again. So as you can see, the whole back foliage. And that would be a pretty good spot. Other than that, I don't really see any other good spots for us to go ahead and do that, but I think that's the best spot. I'm going inside now. Alright, the cat's here. But yeah, again, I think, yeah, that's the best spot to do what we need to do. Yeah, close the door. And, you know, it would give us our privacy, but it would also, you know, be far enough away from the house to, like, have enough time to do everything we need to do. So, I hope you like this video and you like what you see. Let me know, darling. Okay. Hey, baby. Okay, so this is my yard. I'm gonna kind of show you a little bit of the options we have. Okay, so all of this, I'm videotaping with my phone right now. All of this is my yard. And as you can see, there is a greenhouse over there. That's a good spot over there too, like in the back of there. And over there is like a picnic kind of table area. Let me come around here. Ah! 1 second. Yeah, so all our yards. This right here is just our ramp. And so I'm gonna come and kind of show you a little bit of where everything is. And over here, I don't know if you can see that picnic table from very far away, but you see all of this, all of that, that's my house right there. All of this is the yard, and you can kind of see the back of these trailers are kind of a good spot too, because at night it gets really, really dark. And there is that picnic table over there, as you can see. And over there is a pretty good spot. So yeah, this is kind of like the options that we have, you know, at night. This right here, right over here, behind here. Oh, that's the perfect spot, right there. Yeah. Yeah, like by the greenhouse. It's perfect. Okay, so these are the spots. Okay, I love, adore, and worship you, darling. Talk to you later. Bye.
Call a spade, honey. Keep making content.